feel the pinch. And I thought, there's the point that you make, Amy McGrath, about what it is going to mean right now for consumers, what it is going to mean right now for workers. But Denver Ringelman, I think one of the things we have to be honest about is there are choices that are being made today that are going to have implications for generations to come. I was struck by this from Politico, farmers reacting to what is happening in this trade war. We have an example of what happened in the past. It's a very similar situation, except the farm economy at that time was much stronger than it is now. We don't have any margin for error. This is the part I want to talk about. We're going to lose a generation of young farmers. That's what you hear. We're going to lose a generation of young research scientists. We're going to lose a generation of folks who want to do intelligence gathering in this country. We used to be the world leader in a variety of sectors, and piece by piece that is being dismantled.
It really is. And, the farmers are starting to bow up. The American Farm Bureau is coming after Donald Trump. That's crazy. Farmers are not considered woke. I haven't heard them define themselves that way. Also, when you look at the Farmers for Free Trade, they're starting to bow up. And, most farmers do vote for Donald Trump. And what gets me, right, as we move forward is what is that generational effect, not only for farmers, but also for this weird thing that conspiracy theorists called globalization? Because guess who buys the goods of farmers? Global countries in this thing called the world, right? And that's what farmers are talking about. What happens with China? Our soybeans have already been destroyed. Amy was talking about Kentucky. The soybean market's destroyed, right? What do we do now? Where's the money going to be for any type of subsidies for farmers now? How are you going to fund it? I mean, if you're defunding the IRS, how are you going to get the monies to actually come in to actually pay for all the subsidies for farmers right now? There's a cascading effect of stupid, and stupidity is terminal, right? And that's the issue that we have right now is you have a terminal administration that thinks that stupidity is policy, right, and fantasy is fact. And when you have people that are like that making policy choices, we're in really big trouble.
That's going to be the name of this episode.
What, stupidity is terminal?
Cascading effects of stupid. So here's my rub, Amy, that you have this environment in which, and you both have, in case people are missing what you're saying, you're making it very clear that the markets as we once knew them, the markets as we currently have them, are not going to be there when all of this is over, right?
Right.
And here's why. Because our trading partners are now saying, you are unreliable. You, we can't trust anymore. You, we actually don't want to do business with. So those markets, to both your points, don't come back. So here's the great irony. Someone you ran against in 2020. Mitch McConnell put out a statement saying, quote, tariffs make it more expensive to do business in America, driving up costs for consumers an average of an additional $1,200 per year. Free trade is essential to Kentucky. I thought you just said that, too. Yeah, essential to economic success. Many thousands of jobs in our biggest industries, auto manufacturing, bourbon production, one of my favorite levels of production, and agriculture, rely on America's export economy. I am proud to join my colleagues in support of bipartisan legislation, which would require Congress to approve any new trade policies and tariffs.
Yeah, too late. Too late. And Senator Grassley, Rand Paul, all these people voted for Trump and supported him. And, he said he was going to do this.
He said he was going to do it.
He said he was going to do it. And, did they not believe him? But here's the thing. It's not just trade. It's our alliances. Donald Trump is weakening America on the global stage. And Denver and I, we both served our country, Denver in the Air Force, myself in the Marine Corps. We care about American power. And Donald Trump is the value of the dollar is going down.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Anybody that understands power understands that the American dollar, that gives us a lot of power. And Donald Trump is responsible for that lowering, for that dollar going down. Also, our alliances overseas, our security commitments to countries, we have Canada is now our economic adversary. Really?
Because we picked on them first. We picked on them. We decided to call Canada our economic enemy because it seems as though the United States is looking to bully Canada to their knees economically so that they bend to the will of the president. Here's the thing. I am actually really distraught about the Gulf situation.
Okay, I'm distraught that he was on the course. The putting out the statement really burned my britches yesterday because I couldn't believe what was going on. And that is on top of him skipping the dignified transfer of the 4